Hey guys, it's Phil coming at you with another video, and something that's been kind of heavy on my mind is that the exams are kind of delayed and it's having plaguing a lot of people's mind and their motivations are down. And I was planning to do a free study group this Saturday anyway, but even more so, I'm probably going to extend the amount of time that I do it. So, and I told you guys that I was going to do one, so tomorrow, 3/21 at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing a free study group to help you guys process your situations of either you failed the exam in the past, your exam was canceled, or even I'm bringing people in that have passed their exam to explain how they did the process and maybe to provide some resolve and some motivation from there as well. So that's going to be a thing. And something that's kind of heavy is you almost have to focus on the energy that you're putting into the situation and what it's possibly taken away from you at this given time. Because the energy that you have going through your mind and the energy where you're putting your focus at, because where your focus goes, your energy goes, and where your energy goes, your focus goes. So if you're focusing on all the negatives in this situation and everything that's gone wrong and everything that you wanted to happen and it hasn't happened, your mood and everything is going to be deflated. So of course your motivation is also going to be pretty deflated as well. So kind of being poignant and focusing on where you're at in that given situation is going to be super duper important to allow for that to happen, as well as focus where you're lacking at. Maybe that's your self-care, maybe that's your energy, maybe that's your sleep, maybe that's the amount of studying that you're doing, or maybe you've done too much studying. So kind of focus on the deficits that you have in your situation and try to hone in on where am I lacking and where do I need to fill in the moves and the energy, because there's a lot of stress in the world right now. A lot of people are worried about what's going to happen, what is this, what is that. Focus on what is happening right now and dedicate your energy to that, as well as give yourself grace in the areas that you feel that you're not doing well in. Why? Because this is not a situation that we anticipated at all. So you have to provide yourself enough grace and enough care in your situation to get the job done at the end of the day. As well as notice why you're unmotivated. What is behind being unmotivated? Is it that you are disappointed that your exam didn't happen? Or is it that you had a plan, it didn't go to fruition, or you're motivated and happy about it? You're like, damn man, and I needed an extra bit of time and I now have it. But focus on what you're currently experiencing and own that experience and allow for it to flow through to other areas of your situation to not rob you of it. Because freeing your mind of all of these negative plagues and all of these expectations that you had for your situation, because you at the end of the day are the one that owns your destiny. Because if you're allowing negative things into your situation or negative people into your situation, you're going to bring negative results and feel negative. Because if you're feeling more drained right now, you may be talking too much to the people that are telling you negative things, maybe adding negative things that you didn't even want to know about, and now you feel lower than you would have been if you would have just stayed in your lane, stayed in the positive people, and stayed in the community that is building you up rather than tearing you down. And that's why I'm trying to pump as much as I possibly can out to you guys, as well as doing these free study groups and keeping the study groups going on Sunday. Why? Because we need to keep the consistency and keep that machine work going. Why? Because it's not a fail, because every single second at this given moment, I'm trying to give it back to you guys, because you guys have been giving to me so much, because we are a community whether you know it or not. Whether you watch the videos, whether you like the videos, whether you subscribe to the channel, whether you attend the study groups, whether you attend the individual tutoring, any facet of you interacting with me is you a part of the community of filling the gaps. That's end of the story. Because at the end of the day, without you guys, there's no me. I'd be talking to the camera, but no one would be watching to it. So I am trying to create a community that's going to stay consistent and stay on your side. Because there's a lot of communities that are just gunning through for your throat, gunning to build your anxiety up, making you more nervous, making you not even want to focus on the situation. But at the end of the day, you have to be willing to make the decision to surround yourself with the people that are going to build you up rather than tear you down. And if you have people at your given situation or in your life right now that are tearing you down, take them out. Take them out of your situation, because you do not need that situation at this moment, because it's taken away from you. And if something's taken away from you, you can only be taken so much before you die. And if you die in your situation, you're going to feel burnt out, unmotivated, more agitated, not focusing on things, and you're also going to be taking it out on yourself rather than other people. And if you're taking it out on other people, you're likely going to have guilt, and guilt is going to drain you as well. So you just have to be honest and nip it at the bud, focus on what you need to be focusing on, and again, creating a structure and schedule and community that's going to build you up and tell you the positive things that you need to hear, rather than just gunning for you and trying to benefit from you in some way or shape or form. because at the end of the day, you have to have someone that's pouring back into you because you're not an unlimited fountain. Just like this water bottle, it's empty. But if I fill that bad cat up and I drank it and didn't fill it up ever again, I'm going to be parched and without the substance. So I need to find a way to contribute and give back to that thing or fill it up so that I have consistency within the given situation. So at any equation that you have, what you put in, there has to be an equal, if not an surplus of what you get back. And it's not to say everything's in exchange, but if you're giving everything about yourself and getting nothing back about yourself, people are going to be able to define who you are rather than you being able to stand strong and be who you are supposed to be at that given time. So stay strong, stay motivated, free your mind of all of these negative things, because at the end of the day, what you decide to put into your life is what's going to define you, because the people you surround yourself are who are going to be able to build you up and define who you are. Because the people that you surround yourself with and your closest friends are likely going to be the tendencies and the ideologies and the energy that you have at this given moment. So, again, I wanted to get that message out there. Plus, the free study group is going to be tomorrow, 3/21 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's going to be just equal amount of energy than there is now. As well as, for my visual people, this is what it's going to look like. If you're interested in private tutoring, by the way, feel free to reach out. My email is berda24@gmail.com. My schedule is kind of like spacey because the exams are kind of canceled, so I have gaps here and there, but the typical thing to expect is 2 to 2.5 weeks in advance. The study groups on Sundays that are coming up are as follows. 322, DSM-5 Children. 329, Research Program Development and Program Evaluation. 4.5, Human Developmental Theories. 4.12, Community Interventions. And those are always Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the content and questions, if not longer. But I always do it a question and answer segment for you guys to be able to directly interact with me and process and pick my head of what you are currently struggling with. And again, if you want details on that, my email is berda24@gmail.com. My Facebook page is Fill in the Gaps, and that's where I'm going to be posting the link for the study group tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as check out my podcast at Fill in the Gaps on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And the link for the study group tomorrow, 3/21 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, will be on my Facebook page as well in the description. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you're thinking, what you're currently struggling with, and I'll try to address it into a video in the future. I hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Take care of your guys' self. Have a nice night, and peace out, guys.